All right. Age lore book, dark beige. Don't need flint arrowheads. We definitely need the flax fiber. Might be able to do something with the emeralds later. Let's toss you in there. Oh, gee, we fished up a candle too. I didn't notice a candle jumped into my offhand. It's not good to have stuff in your offhand, by the way, if you're new to the game. Try to avoid putting stuff in your offhand, like a torch. Torch is convenient to have in the offhand, but if you look at your character information, right here, hunger rate, 100%. And then if you put something in your offhand, hunger rate jumps to 120%. So there is a calorie cost for having anything in your offhand. Doesn't matter what it is. As soon as you put something in that slot, you're paying more in hunger. So, just don't do it unless you have to. And if you do, just remember to take it out again when you no longer have to. But why? I don't know, some game balance thing. It's called game logic. They want there to be some kind of consequence to you using that offhand slot. And they don't build enough other variables into the game to put that consequence somewhere else. So the game is too simple mechanically. There's nothing else to really attribute it to because there's no real combat system of any note. There's no skills. There's nothing like that. So there's nothing else to tag it onto. That would be why. Great game for what it is, but, it is what it is. All right, 3 o'clock. Sun will be coming up fairly soon. We got to go get the copper. We're waiting for those to finish up. Those aren't critical, though. That's just more coal, and the anvil. I do need to make sure I grab something to nibble on while we're out and about. Otherwise, I think we're prepped. We got the prospecting pick mold. 2 more pickaxe molds ready to go. So, first batch of copper we heat up. It'll just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just do them all. That's 600 units right there. That's 2/3 of an anvil just to pour those. Unfortunately, some of the copper is in inconvenient locations. The nasty to dig into locations where we're constantly going to be dealing with sand and gravel and dirt sliding all over the place. So I actually should bring more shovels. We're going to need lots of shovels. Yep, left hand bad. Left hand is of the devil. Need to dip back into the forest and grab some more horsetail to combine with some more reeds to get my healing stack back to 16. Moose, you're freaking me out. It's not a really big forest area. Could do without the lag. We don't have a lot of horsetail in here. I need to set up some farmland just to grow horsetail. All right, berries will keep me going through the day. Oh, I gotta get my skep going. That's what I need to do. Gotta get my skep. So we need a lot of horsetails. Or cattails. Sounded like a wolf. Borax bits. Oh, goddamn moose. I hate that fucking moose. He's always coming up and giving me hugs. He pisses me off. Go away. Oh, man. I don't know what is it with these moose. Scared the crap out of me. No, I'm not worried about replanting the berry bushes right now. We'll deal with that a little later. We have other priorities. Alright. Skep. Yeah, I dropped my tool. That's fine. Just a stinky. Yeah, what was the tool actually? I think it was just a shovel or an axe. I don't remember. It wasn't my iron pickaxe, so. Oh, that's the good healing. I'll leave that here for now. Stupid moose. Alright, let's get away from this moose. He's in lurve. I don't need no moose lurve. I do need cattails. Alright. Dig up the closest one? Might as well. So I left little markers where the ground copper nuggets were. Now we're just going to start digging them up. So the copper is going to be usually, what, 3 or 4 layers down? Kind of depends. Yeah. Maybe in your games it's right at the surface. In my games it's 3 layers down under the sand. And it's right at the top layer under the sand so that, you know, I always have to deal with cave-ins. I actually want it to be deep. I want it to be under the rock layer. I don't often get my wish. Here we've got dirt. Hey, what do we got? So we have a medium copper. Medium's okay. That's a good start. So we want it to be under the rock layer so I don't have to deal with the slippage. Where we're going to have a problem is any of the copper that I have these markers at that's got just sand and gravel, because it's going to be slip sliding all over the place and I have to dig 10 times more. There could be copper underneath that set of steps, but I'm going to dig through this layer and then we'll check that direction. There we go. We're mining copper. Yep, water will... Well, sort of water flows. It's a little weird. It will flow down, but it's kind of sort of water. It's not a water block. So if I put a block back in that space, it'll all evaporate and disappear. If you know what I mean. Uh-oh. Are we going to be digging under the pond and flooding my little area here? Uh-oh. Is this going to be a short one? Not looking good. We got 20 chunks. I'm trying to remember the numbers on what an average would be. We'll check a few more spots. What the heck? A collapsed chest? You know, just dig random places in the world and dig yourself into an underground ruin. Hi there. Oh my God! You gotta be kidding me. Wow. I cannot believe that. All the people that have played this game before are goggling. They're goggling. What the hell? 24 rusty gears in a random chest that we got just by digging for the copper. 24! Oh my God. What else we got down here? Anything else? So we've seen aged wooden planks every once in a while, various places. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my. I wonder how much of that kind of stuff is just laying around. That was bizarre. Alright, no sign of more copper. Oh, a little more. It was hiding. Interesting how it must be, so it's on a downward slant back that way underneath my steps. My steps came down, we found the first layer, but then the way that it's, so the minerals are generally put down in a flat disc, and sometimes the disc will be at a slight angle depending on whether the terrain above was flat or not. And then different materials kind of behave and spawn in different ways, but in this case, the disc is slightly on a slight downward angle heading that direction. Yeah, with the rusty gears, I can go to the trader and buy stuff from the trader. That's the monetary unit. So 24 of them is a lot. It's by far the most I have ever seen in one spot. Yeah, see how it's down? Now it's down another layer. So it's on this slight downward angle. But this should be about it. I don't think there's going to be much more than what we find right here. Pretty good seam, though, of medium. We can get abundant out of one of these that we've got located. We'll be rolling in the copper. Yeah, I haven't done the cave-in thing yet. I have not experienced it. So, you know, if I die to a cave-in, It's a learning experience. Okay, we'll check one more layer down. See if anything more snuck down a layer. Thinking we're done. Yeah. Alright, first hole complete. 37 chunks and 24 rusty gears. That's funny. Oh, shit! Oh, man. Alright, let's take our current haul back to base. I still need to get some more cattails. I think I've scooped out all the local ones. Just a moose in a bear suit. Either charcoal. So then you take your hammer and your chunks and you smush them. That makes the nuggets. So almost 100, yeah, 150. That's a good number. That's what, 750, so not enough. This is 600 right here. And then, so I need 900 total. So that amount by itself isn't enough for us to get the anvil. If we can spot the bear. Hey there, boom. The moose. The bear was out. Let's see. We were just over that hill there, I believe. The bear was right over there. Who knows where he's at now? He likes to gamble about the meadows. And apparently the stone biome. Come on. Down the ladder. Alright, we'll do our smelting and stuff at night. We could go get one more. Let's see. Poor bunny came up on top of my pit kiln while the fires were raging. Enough space. Need to get rid of these baskets now. Yeah, I kind of figured. Well, for the moment, we'll just throw you anywhere. I got stuff to do. Good old quartz. Gotta have bronze to break quartz. Go check the trader, though. Hey, buddy. Not this guy, just clothing. I think it was the other one that we found that had decent stuff. But as you can see here, 6 gears. That's what they're talking about when you talk about cost. It's the cost in gears. Have I tried hunting deer or elk? I have not. I sure would like to kill this stupid moose. So we got brown coal bits on the ground here. I got enough coal to get me through for a while at the moment, but we'll come back here eventually and dig some of this up. Next one is gonna suck. It's gonna be way harder than the first one was. They brought more shovels. The problem here is the constantly shifting soil. Get out of here, bush. If I'm lucky, they put the copper below the stone layer. Nope. I am not lucky. Damn it. That means as soon as I dig that copper, everything above it comes crashing down. Alright, let's back up a little more. Maybe it's on an angle and the next layer is below. Or this will be the only copper that there is in this whole deposit. Are we on the outer edge and it goes that direction? I have exactly one piece of copper so far. There's a second. There's a third. Alright, so we're on the outer edge. And it's still all right at the top layer. Well, drop down, but I think that's also where the... Yeah, that's where there's a drop down there. So, yep, it's all going to be right at the top. It's all going to just keep constantly collapsing, collapsing, collapsing. Unless I dig out this entire section of hillside. All the way down 3 layers. This one's gonna suck. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, it's gonna do this. I mean, that didn't seem bad, but it's gonna get worse. Oh, look at that right there. That's a good sign. Look how much... Whoa. That's quite the drop. That's weird. It's a 2-level drop. Hey! Don't be like that. Yeah, I really need to get my healing taken care of. Even it recalculates when you do adjacencies too, so good times, good times. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, though. At least it finally slipped underneath the rock layer. Yeah, digging out these on a hillside sucks with the high, steep slope that these deposits tend to be at with the disc at an angle. That might be it for this one. Nothing further back that way. It's not going that way. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Call this one good. Okay, so I don't know where the bear is off to. Gotta take that marker down when I think it's safe. Only thing over there is the coal. I got one more marker, like back this direction. And the other ones are up on that hilltop over there. Actually, right there, I think, is one of them. Hey there, tree that I used as a marker and forgot that I used you as a marker and just barely noticed you. I want to scan the area. Alright, looks clear. What could be bunnies? That's for you to figure out. I always post movie and TV show references. It's a reference. You are apparently not a cultured individual. You don't recognize the reference. One more layer. Oh, I'm pretty sure a Google search of that phrase will bring it up pretty quickly. Sure hope so. Where are you, copper? There it is. What do we got? Poor! No! I didn't want poor copper. I mean, at least it's conveniently below the dirt, or the gravel layer, but unfortunately, we got poor this time. The quality rating denotes how many nuggets you're going to get out of it when you break one of the chunks. I think it's 4, 5, 6? I forget. How do you uncover copper so easily? You play the game a whole bunch. So this isn't easily. This is earlier in the run when I decided to live here. I kind of did a spiral search pattern all around the area, and I made markers anywhere that I found copper nuggets laying on the ground, because that indicates that there's a copper vein below them. And so you pick up the nuggets on the ground and you leave yourself a marker, and then when you get to this stage where you've got your hammer and your pickaxe, you come back and you just start digging right below where the nuggets were. That's the only reason you're seeing me find these so easily, because I pre-found them. These are just surface deposits. These are always guaranteed below any of the nuggets that you see scattered along the ground, but they're very small. You're only going to get like 20 or so chunks out of each one of these. So I've found 4 or 5. I got 2 more to do that are up on that hill, and you can kind of see the copper at the edge of the hill. They're right on the cliff edge. But that'll give me enough that we can then get the anvil put together, get a prospecting pick put together, and then I'll go actually finding deep copper and deep iron and so on. So there's a difference between the surface level stuff. There's the ground clutter, then there's this little surface level stuff right below the ground nuggets, and then there's real mining. So we haven't gotten to the real mining yet, where we'll have vast seams of this stuff, where we'll have like 100 blocks all in one area, but we'll also have to be way down underground, and there are other dangers involved. Getting a little dark, and I'm about out of space. I might come back to finish this one off. We've got enough. Let's see. I actually don't want to throw away all this granite stone and stuff. You can go. I want to keep the rest of this stuff. Alright, well, we'll go a little farther. Yes, the correct answer is a reference to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, specifically the Once More with Feeling musical episode, and a very funny song sung by Anya, the Vengeance Demon, / hero sister. It is a lyric in the song that she sings. You got a thing about bunnies, apparently. Gee, is that the entire theme? Not quite. Another one on a slight downward angle. Yeah, you can't watch the musical number cold. You got to have followed the previous seasons because it ties into like 5 major storylines. So it's a fun episode with decent music, but watching it without the references to all the previous stuff doesn't hit as hard. Okay, let's go home. That is 3 of our 5 copper locations sorted out. The other 2 are going to be a little tougher. But this should give us enough to get a couple of each of the tools and hopefully also get the anvil down. And with the anvil down, we can start making some more complex tools that will speed up all the other processes. The Moosin is back. He's going to make me travel to where the bear was just to avoid contact. Made it home safely. All right, we have stuff. I need this stuff later. Well, I didn't want to get rid of it. We're going to use it to make cobblestone blocks of various colors and such. All right, so, oops. I didn't need all this gravel, though. It's hammer time. We got medium crystallized. Got 40 units of copper per instead of 20. And only 15. Oh, man. Oh, well. That does not seem like enough for all the effort we went through. We'll have to make a trip to the other merchant to see what fun stuff he's got. You and you, please. How many can I make? Hey, I got my full stack of 16 again with a couple of extra. Cool. Heal me, Seymour. Not quite the right quote, but another old quote for you folks. Feed me, Seymour. All right, let's see. Is that really all we ended up with? Doesn't seem like enough. I don't think I have enough yet to actually put the anvil together. One scene in particular from Cruel Intentions. You mean Selma Blair and Sarah Michelle Gellar? Yep. How many bonus points do I get for the Little Shop of Horrors reference? That should be worth a few bonus points. All right. Well, let's see. My maths tell me that we're not quite where I want to be. So I need 200. No, not quite 200. 200 would be 1,000. I need 980. Or no, 180? Yeah, I need 180. 180 to make the anvil. That doesn't leave me enough to do all my tools. So I think we're going to have to wait until we get those other spots before I do the anvil. I need to get the tools going, though, for sure. So let's go ahead and get the crucible. Get that on the fire. Come here, you. I need 600 is all I can use right now. So 600. 100 of these is 500. And then 20 makes it 600. I don't know. Oh, nope, I miscounted. No, I miscounted by a lot. What am I doing? Let's pull that out of there again. Mathing on the internet. Don't math in internet. So 1280. We have a total of 1385. 900. I'll use 485. Yeah, that's not nearly enough. That's only 4 tools. So definitely not. $600 is what we need. Wolves have moved back in. They're back. All right, so once that's done, we'll pour out the molds. It'll give us a couple of pickaxes spare. We've already worn our first one down to about 30%. It'll get me the pro pick. I'll do some initial pro picking to kind of show how that works. A second hammer, so that'll get us ahead of the hammer game. And then we'll have an axe and a shovel so that we can speed up that process, but we're going to need more. So we'll do a second one when the first one's out. And in the morning, we will go grab those other copper so that we can get this thing done. Even if I just put those in there all by itself, we should be good. We're really going to come down to the pro pick ratings, though. Meteoric plate. I haven't seen any meteoric iron yet. I probably stepped on it a few times, but didn't notice. And with this, we now can start maybe thinking about doing something about that, but I also need to make sure I get something rolling in regards to crops. So, so much to do. First things first, though. Go get the copper. Get that done. Do an initial pro pick. I got to do a pro pick survey of the valley here so I can get a feel for what materials we might have. An interesting process once you learn how it works. Basically, we're going to find rock. So we're going to dig down to a rock, or we're going to find rock in like a cave. And then you take a sample of 3 different rocks within a small area, and it'll then give you a reading. And it's a little kind of like a little printout that appears in the chat screen area. And it'll give you percentages, numbers. It'll give you some information, numbers, and list the various minerals and such that are in that radius. And then once you've taken that survey, you then move a certain direction, take another survey, and then check to see if the numbers went up or down. If they went up, you keep going that direction and keep doing that, keep following the numbers as they go up. If it goes down, you return to your starting position, pick a different direction, go that way, and you're just trying to do a grid search, basically a grid survey, and you follow the numbers until you get to a point that you determine is the highest for the area. That's where you set up your mine. Then you go straight down from that point, and different materials are located optimally at different depths between the surface layer and the bedrock layer. So you might have to go down 100 blocks in order to get to the vertical region where it's likely that the minerals you're looking for are located. And then they tend, again, to be spread out in these long, flat discs. So you optimally, you want to dig a vertical shaft straight down into that disc. If you don't hit it, you go laterally a ways, and then you go another shaft straight down. It does not help to go straight down at one spot and then try to dig outwards, because it's complicated, but you'll kind of see when I start doing it. So the wolves are back in the forest till the bears eat them. That means I got to be cautious out there again. We have so many things we haven't started yet. I haven't started any kind of farming for food. We haven't started... my skep! Damn it. I gotta get my skep so I can get the bees started. That takes a while to get rolling. We have one beehive located right over there, I think, in those trees. The only beehive I've heard so far and we've seen, so I need to get that thing started. So, sun comes up. We'll get the copper. We'll see if we can find any more. I think further out that direction, towards that other trader, we had some more water with some more reeds. Oh, I've probably missed my opportunity here. Did it cool down? I hope not. Come to me. Get in the offhand quick before this stuff cools. Pour. No! Oh, son of a bitch. Well, we're going to be one less tool. Stupid anvil graphic got in my way. Now I got 38 units sitting in there instead of in the mold that I wanted it in. Yeah, might as well put the rest of it in there. We're 100 to 900 to done. All right. No, I'm not doing the rest. That was interesting sounding. Three o'clock, probably light enough to get moving. These are going to be a while. I would really like the other pickaxe before I take off, though. We're going to have to wait for that. Well, hi there. Can't have that. That'll give me something to do for a few minutes. Come on. It keeps pulling right. This is where I find out there's more than one. Oh, there is more than one. Just ran out. Not quite enough. Move away from my spears, please. Did I leave any spears, or was that the whole batch? I need like one more hit. That was the whole batch. Hmm. Two more hits. Damn it. Oh, now it's injured. Of course. We'll get you later. You're a little further in. I don't want to go mess with you. Let's go back and see if my copper tools are cooled. Oh, the moose is back. Wonder if I can kill it with spears from the roof. Probably just going to run off. right. Moose is traveling. No, I got to leave that copper in there. We're just going to pour more copper in on top of the existing copper. So it's just got 100 out of 900. I just need to do 800 more that will melt, and then we'll pour the 800 in, and then we'll be okay. Lost another spear.